to have such another beautiful day here in Petrín Hill, in Prague. But it is already quite hot. And the sun blazing down is going to affect the marshals more than anything if they're not wearing any head protection. You can see that some of them are a little bit sunburned already. We'll be ready to go in just a couple of minutes. I would remind you that just this morning we had the first place in the polearm category, 1 versus 1, awarded to the Belarusian fighter, as the USA fighter unfortunately had a problem with his shoulder. In fact, it seems he dislocated it in a match against the Moldovan. And because of that, he wasn't able to participate in the final, which is a great shame because he defeated the current champion from Russia, who took 3rd place.
Ukraine 2, you have 2 minutes to come to the list.
And the Ukrainians are being told to come to the list, but of course the marshals have to do their checks beforehand, so it's not the Ukrainians' fault. It seems they've been checked now, and we got quite a bit of support there for the Ukrainians and also the Russians. This promises to be a very, very big match. You can see those Russians there totally focused, waiting for the Ukrainians to enter the list. And you see them all using the shields of their own local club, which is Club Bern. But here we have Ukrainian fighters with a big cheer from the crowd. Very popular.
Ukrajina tedy poskládala 5 bojovníků a už půjdou na souboj proti Rusku.
And there's a great friendship between the Ukrainian fighters and the Russians.
Ještě předtím, než se do sebe borci pustí, se pozdraví přátelským gestem.
So we are ready to start the fight between Russia 1 and Ukraine 2. First round. Fighters ready? Fight!
And we get underway now. Russia 1 versus Ukraine 2, and they go straight into them. A nice rush there from the Ukraine. Slams into the Russian, but can't get a takedown there. And you can see there's a loose Ukrainian, not quite sure where to go. And for a charge there, comes in very nicely there. Trying to sweep away. What a great match this is. So close. So nice with fierce sweep there. And it comes in for a charge, and the Russian beautifully dodges it. Very, very swift there. You can see this Ukraine hacking down on the arms and out legs of this Russian fighter. Wow, what a match this is. Again, slamming into him there, not able to get him down. And there's a great jump there from the Russian, and the Ukrainian goes for a sweep and takes a sharp headshot. Oh, this is a very, very close match. You can see that one Russian fighter has already been grounded. And, well, you talk about a good matchup. These are 2 very, very evenly matched teams. Very, very athletic. You can see the Russian have the height advantage, goes for a nice swipe there to the head, and they are loose in the middle there. And they may go for a takedown again for Ukraine there. Nice evasive, that's a great takedown for the Ukraine. And one of the Ukrainians has been taken up because of head combos, but the Ukraine still have an advantage with the numbers. Oh, it's just sensational work for this Russian team. Slamming into Ukraine, and that is an amazing takedown. Stunning work there. And now we are even. Oh, amazing work there from both of these giant teams. The crowd now all the way behind them. look on the list there. This is where they really start to wear down. I think one of the Ukrainians actually had his helmet come clean off his head. So of course he was taken out for that reason, for his safety. As you can see, the two fell. The first Russian who went down there, and the Ukrainian was taken down that great charge. Sharp headshots there. Tiredness there setting in the Russians, holding onto the list there. As the Ukrainian is a bit more free, a sharp blow. Going with some headbutts there. But here we have another. You can see the Russian wedged in the corner there. And it's a sharp shield shot there from the Russian. What's the Russian going to do with this? And so of course locked together there. Wow, what a match this is. This promised to be big, and oh, it looks like the Russian's got a big advantage there, and he has taken down the Ukrainian. Amazing work there. You can see the Russian charging in, flying kick there. Oh, sensational. The Ukrainians now holding on. What a matchup this is. Oh, and these Ukrainians holding on. Think, oh, a great charge coming in. The Russians split up from the backs there. You, of course, have the advantage with 3 fighters available. Some sharp shots there coming into the side. Oh, that's incredible work there for the Russians. This Ukrainian team have really taken it to them. Some sharp strikes coming to the side of the Ukrainian's helmet. They still managed to get such power behind them, despite how tired they'll be. Corner action there, absolute gridlock. You can now hear the Russian fans chanting for support for Russia. Big strikes there, and if this goes to time, well, the Russians will win it. The advantage of 3-2. And the marshals being really tested by this action here. There's 2 amazingly fast teams. You can see strikes coming to the head of the Ukrainian, seems to be very, very tired. And a sluggish shot there coming through. So nice. And that's being broken up there, they're being separated by the marshals, and I think the Ukrainian has gone down there. And that is a victory there for Russia.
Medics, please come to the list. Medics, please come to the list.
It's been called there, but what a gripping match that was.
We need medics on the list.
Well, the Ukrainian just down there, and yes, he's taken a shot to the middle of the nose there. And the medics arrive there on the scene. His teammates just taking away his armor. And the Russians there just checking to see that the Ukrainian fighter is okay. You can see there on the left-hand side of this, that Russian trying to get his breath back. And I think both teams will be happy to have a little break here. And good to see the Ukrainians on his feet there. And so some sharp, good movement there from the Ukrainians. Just a nice strike there, sending the Russian flying back into the side of the disc, but that's a big blow there from the Russian. Strikes to the head there. Nice shot from the axe. As we go to round 2.
And the result of the first round, 3-0, Russia.
The Russians were expecting to be pushed to the limit there. The Ukrainians did it. They did have an advantage though. The first takedown went to Ukraine. Look at this, a sharp kick there to the Russian. Charge back in the corner. Great running kick there from the Russians moving into it. Here we come for a side charge, and I think he could have actually gone for the loose Ukrainian there. It was not on the side of the list. And there's the takedown. There it is. The Russians saw that the Ukrainian was free. Oh, what a stunning match that is. And there's another Ukrainian who has been taken down. The Russians being pulled away there. I think may have just been started working away at the Ukrainians' legs. Oh, and this is great work now from Team Russia. Huge blows there. Now 3 against 1. Wearing down the Ukrainian. Swinging in fiercely from the side. And you can see that's another takedown. That will be stopped. Oh, superb there from Russia. 1.
We need medics on the list. We need medics on the list.
Once again, medics being required. All these hard hits. You can see a nice charge flying in there with a leg. But of course, that's only to cause damage. So we'll be able to take down a fighter who's wedged in the corner. And you see here they had that free Ukrainian who went for the legs of the opponent rather than that free Ukrainian who would have been an easier takedown. However, you can see here.
5-0 Russia.
Great.
And with the result
Take on the side
2-0,
there.
the victory goes to Russia 1.
Big win there for Russia 1, who came in as.
And next on the list, Ukraine 1 versus Russia 2.
Oh, this will be quite something here. My goodness. The Russians who came in the favourites there, but after that first round, they were made to work. You can see this front, careful checks. Do you see that? So there comes from the Ukraine 1 team there. Big support there for Ukraine. I've got all of their non-fighting members in support. See the Argentinians there enjoying this. Flying those Ukrainian flags. Big cheer of support, and they got such a great result yesterday. If you remember the women's 3 versus 3 against the Russians. And that took the first gold medal this tournament, or the first place anyway.
Který tahle země poskládala a přivezla sem do Prahy. Letošní bitvu národů. Tak uvidíme, jak si to nejlepší, co dala Ukrajina dohromady, povede proti ruskému soupeři. Teď už ale pojďme přivítat také tým z Ruska.
And in come this Russia 2 team. Big applause for them. And you can see that
and we're ready to start the fight between
Russian
Ukraine
flag there with the
1
colours.
and Russia 2. First round, fighters ready,
and
fight!
we get straight into the first round here. Ukraine 1 against Russia 2. Big strikes coming in, a fierce exchange of blows there. Oh, and there's the Russian fighter down! Absolutely stunning, a very, very fast work from the Ukrainians here. They try to capitalise and move in on the loose Russian there. Can't quite get in. The early advantage here for Ukraine 1. Massive strike onto the leg there. Huge cheers coming through, and this is crucial. Slams in with a flying kick. Very aggressive work here from Ukraine was, and this is absolutely stunning. Big blows, he's surrounded by these Ukrainians. Oh, what a great display here. Big aggression. And now completely trying to take him down.
Stop fight! 5-0 Ukraine.
Big display there from this Ukraine 1 team.
To byl jasný triumf ukrajinského týmu.
Fighters, please get ready for the second round.
You can see here the Russians being surrounded there by the Ukrainians. And you can see where they were taken out. There was a loose fighter in the middle. Big shot there. That was the start of where he got taken down. These blows coming thick and fast. The Ukraine just caught his own teammate there on the gauntlet. Wow, what a fight that was. And the marshal there just having a word with one of the fighters. I don't think there was any reprimand or penalty issued. I just have to be a little bit careful. Great to see a lot of youngsters here getting involved in this sport. I'm quite bemused by the whole thing.
Second round. Fighters ready? Fight!
Russians will need to act fast to get back into this fight. Big shots there from the Ukrainians. Some very, very tense. What did see in the start of this bout, very even, and there's a nice shove there from the Ukrainian, who now take it to the list. But you've got a big strike there from the Ukrainian as the Russian drops his weapon and tries to regain one. Oh, it's a nice force there from the Russian. The Ukrainian right back into the end of the list. He's holding on there and well, putting all his weight behind, pulling down. Sharp move there, big strike to the head from the giant Ukrainian. And this Russian trying to get close to a teammate, and then there's a big takedown there for Russia. Oh, and now the Russians right back in it, looking to take advantage of this lead. And two fighters taken down there, both a Russian and a Russian double takedowns there, and it is even. Oh, this is going to go right to the wire here. Now the Russian holding on to the list, and you can see two skirmishes there. A big knee to the Russian. Oh, and the Ukraine's getting some nice strikes in here, and he's got to work on that Russian's arms if he's to get him off. And now he's split from the list. He's going to go for a takedown, and the Russian will want to get a hold of that, and they both go down. Both fighters going crashing down there, which leads it to 1 versus 1. However, there is a downed Ukrainian there, which may work in favor of the Russian there, might go for a trip, but he's now the one just in front of the grounded fighter. So the Ukrainian, if you can manage to set the Russian's arm free from the list and push him down, Marogova, however, is locked on firmly to that Ukrainian. Amazing battle here. And the Russians got the early takedown, looking to capitalize on that, but there are 2 double takedowns in the middle. Some sharp work from the Ukrainians in response. It's now down to this. The Ukrainian trying to break away there, not quite doing it again. Desperately holding on to that list, and the 2 fighters very tired now, however, getting their energy from somewhere. They're now in a headlock, and it looks pretty bad here for the Ukrainian, but he's holding on to that list. Needs to push his body up. He's got to get out of that. He's got to free up his head, otherwise, and there he does. Russia now slamming the Ukrainian into the corner of the list. Nice shot there from this Russian, showing amazing strength. Bugger goes for a leg sweep there. However, the Ukrainian is holding on to the list, and shots to the body there. Both fighters now really feeling it. And the Ukrainian trying to get around there. And the Russian comes in with a sharp strike. Oh, big moves there. The Ukrainian, a slam to the head there, smacks him right across the helmet. And the Ukrainian has the advantage of staying back on the list there, but he's been attacked viciously by this Russian fighter. Oh, I wonder if these two will be able to cope with it. You can see they're just leaning down, trying to get his energy back. Oh, he's going for those legs there, might be going for a sweep. Oh, I think this one will finish on the list. Trying to climb on the top of the helmet of the Ukrainian there, which gives him a weight advantage. Just needs to put his weight down, free up that arm. Hang of this. Nice strike there to the Ukrainian there. Seems to be a little bit bewildered, but he's now turned to face the Russian. Wow, what a match this is. Sharp strike there. And as the time starts ticking down, I think this will come to a rematch. I think there'll be a stalemate in this run unless one of these fighters can pull something out of the bag at the last minute. Oh, that's a big takedown! Oh my goodness! Big takedown there from the Russian fighter.
Russia. And we're going to have the third round.
And that is something extraordinary from Russia too. Well, that's a big result there for Russia, and they're right back in it. Nice aggression there from the Russian. Goes in for the headbutt. See nice strikes to the side. Russia got some great takedowns there. In fact, they got the first. With that last, you can see these two who were at it until the end.
Ukrajinsko-ruského souboje, které rozhodne o vítězi. Ozývají se ukrajinský fandové, ale i ruský, kteří si našli cestu do této arény na bitvu národů.
Third round. Fighters ready.
And
Fight!
final round here. Russians pushing back into Ukrainian territory of the list. You can see there have been a couple of substitutions for both teams. It seems to have a slightly loose on there, perhaps not. Some big blows coming into, there's a rush there from the Ukrainians. So as he's chased down, and has to be very careful, and goes to the left, and it's a huge takedown! Oh, what a strike there from the Ukrainians, who take advantage of the space there and very nearly get that Russian down, who clings onto the side of the list. Oh, there's all happening here. What a stunning action, and the Ukrainian chases down the Russian there, can't quite take him down, and there's another Russian taken down to the ground. And it goes now. The big Ukrainian advantage, and another Russian is taken down. Oh, slamming into the Russian here, strikes to the back, big one to the head there. Oh, well, look at this, and the Russians are in real trouble. Some strikes and going for a sweep the leg, although the Russian keeps him in defence. Starting with some strikes there, trying to again, very nice work from the Russian there.
Stop fight!
And
Stop
that is
fight!
it. And the Russian may get a warning for that kick there. You can hear the crowd now.
5-0 Ukraine. And with the result 2-1, the victory goes to Ukraine 1.
Ukraine won there. Go through. And the Russia 2 team seemed to have the coordination that the Russia 1 team had. Oh, it's a big victory in the last round there, 5-0. You can see the first fighter going down there, and on the right, Ukraine's getting a good grip on these Russians.
And next on the list, Russia 3 versus Ukraine 3.
Russia 3, Ukraine 3 then.
Teams, please get ready and come to the list.
Aby se nám to nepletlo, tak i třetí finálový zápas obstarají
Weight
Rusko a
going down on
Ukrajina
the
tentokrát
Russian
se střetnou
fighter.
třetí týmy obou zemí. Už opět pojďme přivítat bojovníky z Ruska! Tohle je třetí výběr, který Rusové poskládali. Chtěli nám ho představit sem do Prahy na bitvu národů. Svůj třetí tým mají ale také Ukrajinci, kteří už za malou chvíli nastoupí do bojiště. A už jsou tady! Ukrajina přichází do arény! Nechme překvapit, jak dopadne předutí těchto dvou velmocí tentokrát.
And we are ready to start the fight between Russia 3 and Ukraine 3. First round. Fighters ready? Fight!
And it's the first round of Ukraine 3 against Russia 3. Nice aggression from part of the Russians, great strike there. There's already a takedown, and both fighters in fact are down. There's big strikes there from these Ukrainians. Very, very aggressive, however, from Russia. Now has a big advantage over that Ukrainian, pressing the side in. We can see the Russian grinding away at his opponent. Working now on these two Ukrainians. So far, no advantage. It's very, very even. Some aggressive strikes there from the Russian and Ukrainian now. It's being.
We need medics on the list. Please, medics, come to the list.
I'm not sure if they'll stop the fight to let the medics in, because of course, if the fighters use the space and run around, it really puts everybody in danger. Strength there from this Russian team. Well, they've got a good hold of Ukraine now. So you can see there, kind of being held by his body. The Russian trying to sweeping his legs there, but he's got hold of the list. Big strikes coming in. And, can't quite see who is receiving the medical attention, whether it's a Russian or a Ukrainian. Right to the arm there from the Russian as they get free, and a big kick there. Smack to the helmet. Again, the Russians showing a lot of aggression there. Big hits now coming from this Russian team, and some good teamwork from the Ukrainian there. Striking at the opponent who is locked onto his teammate, and there's a very close to a takedown there. Couldn't quite get the Russian off him. Right, holding on a really full stretch. It's all happening in the top corner of this list here. Strikes now to the leg of the Ukraine. Incredible power shown by this Russian team. He's coming in, body strikes from the Russians, but the Ukraine is really holding on. It's very, very tough to call this. But in terms of movement and aggression, give it to the Russians. The Ukrainian there trying to get a sweeping takedown. Who does have the advantage that the Russian is not holding on to the wrist, whereas he is, meaning his balance is higher. Pushing to the corner there of this Russian. All fighters a lot more slow now, but still getting these strikes in. The Ukrainian going for a leg sweep, not able to get around the Russians' legs. And big strike there, the kick goes in from the Ukrainian. This is some great work by the Russian team. But still you're getting more of these shots. There's some big damage there to the Ukrainian helmet. Look at that. Every strike is leaving a big dead strike on the to the front of the helmet there. Using all the energy he's got to come up with those big strikes. But what a lot of damage he saw to the helmet of the Ukrainian. And there may be a takedown in the corner, getting lower and lower down. The Russian holding on to the list there. The Ukrainian with no support. Splitting up there. Very nice, and nice takedown by the Russian team. But in control, all they need to do is take down one more Ukrainian. Oh, great. Aggressive shots, and that is it.
Stop fight!
Victory for Russia.
3-0 Russia. Please get ready for the second round.
Hard fought victory there. See here some big strikes, and that's a nice takedown in the air. And you can see that the Russian fighter was supporting himself, and therefore considered out. Some nice strikes from both teams.
Vidíte, tak potles závodníka z Ukrajiny.
Big round of applause there for both teams. One of the Ukrainians actually being assisted out. He has to have a leg problem, and he will receive further assistance from the medics. Now get straight to it. And some big strikes from these pole arms. Goes for a good leg shot there, and
we're having the second round between Russia 3 and Ukraine 3.
Some loose runners in there, some great strikes. Very, very vicious attack there from the Russian. Look how swift those blows are. The Russians there still in the middle situation, but comes down with a nice blow to the Ukrainians helmet there, and two of them are working on. That's a big shove there from the Ukrainian, but can't quite manage to get the takedown. But he's going to be shoved by that Russian there. And lucky that he was so close to the list, because if he wasn't, he would have been taken down. Oh, great work there from this Ukrainian trying to take down that Russian. Look at this, and I think he might go for a double takedown here, however, because I don't think he's going to break the lock there, the Russian now. Oh, that is absolutely stunning. He did not get the takedown at one end, it was brought to the ground himself. Russia 3 now in control. Two Russians working away at the Ukrainian there, and of course if he goes down, you can see in the corner there's been a double take on the Ukrainian and the Russian now on the ground. skirmish on the corner here. And wow, this Ukrainian really hanging on. Incredible strength. Two Russians putting all their weight onto this Ukrainian now, working away at his legs. And still, it's going for a sweep there. Well, that's a gutsy move from the Ukrainian, all releasing grip from the list. Look at this, two Russians trying to force out the Ukrainian, and I don't think he's going to be able to get back in, and there's a takeout.
Stop fight!
Oh, well, what about that?
3-0 Russia, and with the result 2-0, the victory goes to Russia 3.
Well, very impressive there from Russia 3. And a big cheer for these Russians. What a great victory that was. And there wasn't a lot of movement at the beginning there. Russians this time braving some of the longer weapons, trying to keep the Ukrainians at a distance. So just a lot of muscular problems there, I think, for the Ukrainian fighter.
And right now we will start the battles for 4th, 5th and 6th places. Captains of Team Russia and Team Ukraine, please come to the list.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are ready to start battles for the 4th, 5th and 6th places. To determine the order of the fights, the Knight Marshals will make a draw. Now we're waiting for the decisions of the captains. Are they ready to fight? The decision was made by the captain of the national team of Ukraine, and the team Ukraine 3 gives their victory to the team Ukraine 2. So now we will have two battles between one Russian team and two teams of Ukraine. To determine the order of the fights, we will make a draw.
So the decision from the Ukrainians to concede victory to their teammates means that they don't have to fight each other, which will be a strategic decision in some cases. And these are often decided in the selection processes. So in an example where you may have one nation and they're 1, 2 and 3, and they may have the possibility of arriving first, second and third, well, they don't actually have to fight each other. They may prefer to save each other. There you can see the names being put into a hat for a draw. And we'll have the two Ukrainian teams against Russia 2, who were defeated by Ukraine 1. Our marshal's checking the draw there. The presence of the Russian and
We are
Ukrainian
inviting
captains.
to the list the captains of the team Ukraine and team Russia. Main Marshal Alexander Davidov. And this will be an official draw for the order of the fights. To determine which opponent will be first for Russia 2.
And you can see the Russian captain there with the Ukrainian captain.
It's an absolutely clear situation. We have two balls with the name of one ball is Ukraine 2 and Ukraine 3. I kindly ask you to watch that. The procedure is clear. They absolutely identified as the same.
So of course the neither
that's one
captain can
ball.
see the names written there. They're
This one.
encased in those plastic. And the draw is made by
So the first opponent would be Ukraine 2. To be clear, I'll just show you the variant. In the other ball, it's Ukraine 3. So the first opponent would be Ukraine 2. The second opponent would be Ukraine 3. The teams of Ukraine decided not to fight each other, so there will be victory from Ukraine 2. Thank you.
and a default victory there given to Ukraine 2, as they said they decided not to fight each other. The captain of the Russian team there just checking the last detail. So Ukraine 3, given that they handed the victory to Ukraine 2, will be in 6th place for this tournament.
And we're waiting for teams Russia 2 and Ukraine 2 to start the battle.
Takže budeme čekat na druhé výběry Ruska a Ukrajiny, které si to opět přijdou rozdat do této arény.
Есть, конечно, один момент, что если он не сагрится на диалог, то плохо делает. Нет, наоборот, если он сагрится на диалог, то плохо делает. Но со второй стороны, давай называть даже вещи своими именами. Понимаешь, как бы его же никто не доставал, кто-то не пробежал по лагерю, есть хотя бы что-то, чтобы махать, как махаем в цветах страны. А в цветах страны остался только Азов. Ну, опять же, Леша, это очень спорно по одной простой причине. То есть, да, как бы...
Я с тобой.
Нет, я на тебя не агрессив. Я просто говорю о том, что если один из членов сборной флага, то какого черта он не может воевать на свой флаг?
Как тебе сказать? Потому что здесь международное мероприятие, и вот здесь нихуя не огромно.
Окей.
Мы можем помахать флагом государства, в котором мы живем, можем помахать флагом города. Когда вышел там, мы помахали и сложили руки. Потому что как бы, флагом Донбасса, наверное, помахать ну, хотя там ДНР свой.
So right now we will have the battle between Russia 2 and Ukraine 2. After this, Russia 2 versus Ukraine 3. And then we will have the draw for grand finals of group battles category 5 versus 5.
Вот почему Украина, армяне лучше, чем
Очень много моих знакомых армянских евреев тебя поблагодарили.
армяне на лучших великах. Это не важно, кто лучше, кто хуже. Просто одни занимаются хуйней, а другие этой хуйней не занимаются. Это не значит, что такие
Můžeme se těšit na další bitvu. Rozhodovat už se bude o konečném umístění na letošním mistrovství světa.
А я до сих пор не продаю свой телефон, это обычно. Почему? Потому что у меня нет времени для того, чтобы сколько нормально в этом месте. Хотя у меня уже вся арта, все уже нарисовано.
Ну, то есть это в моем сознании смотрится просто смешно и
Národní Ukrajiny už plné zbroji a pojďme přivítat také borce z Ruska.
я понимаю.
И первое мнение намного меньше, чем
Больше в одной из пришел. Он глубокий, что? Ну, потому что дурак. Пускай поют Катюшу. Вещи, которые ты побеждаешь ничем.
First round between Russia 2 and Ukraine 2. Fight!
And straight in here with Russia 2 versus Ukraine 2. Big strike there from the Russian. Still trying to find a bit to break out, and a nice sharp run there from the Ukrainian, but can't quite take down that Russian there. Flies into the Russians. They go into this, and that's a big takedown there, but both of them go down. And ball on the list now. You see two very, very close skirmishes there for a big leg tail. The Russian has the advantage, holding on to the list, and the Russian there is chased. Ukraine going for the trip, can't quite connect it. And this Russian now putting all his weight on the Ukrainian. So Russian team who are not as well coordinated in. That's a big takedown there. Russia 2 now with the advantage over Ukraine 2. Fierce shots there. And that's great attacking from the Russian. Mostly his fashion on the back of the Ukrainian there. And the Ukrainian now just finding a space, however. The Russian twists round and he's able to hold on. And there's been another takedown, which means there's big pressure on these Ukrainians here. Coming down, it's called.
Stop fight! Stop fight!
Good win there from Russia 2.
4-0 Russia. Please get ready for the second round.
Когда он начнет ультить?
Ukrajinské výběru vychází ke střídání. Na druhé straně, na té ruské, to vypadá, že se sestava nemění.
You can see some good use of the space there from the Ukrainians, however, Russia's had him covered. There's a big takedown in that.
Second round, fighters ready,
Russian
fight!
team as we go into round 2 now. Slams into the Russian there. Couple of very, very big Ukrainians, and they're looking to get a quick takedown there. Oh, and 2 of them have gone down. A trip there, very, very frustrated Ukrainian fighter. And some great running skills there from that very athletic Russian fighter. He now finds himself facing a big adversary. There's a trip there, could not quite connect. Right, big tackle to the ground. Huge takedown on the Russians will be very happy with that. Forced up to the list here. There's some nice sweeping motions going. To that long stretch of the Russian who's taken down the Ukrainian. And that goes to 3-2. And the Russians now with the favourites. Just needs to take out that leg there. Oh, that big Ukrainian there. It's being sent to the ground, and that is it.
2-0 Russia, and with the result 2-0, the victory goes to Russia 2.
Oh, how about that? Victory from Russia 2, who
Right
won their
now we will
first round.
have 10 minutes break before the next battle. And we will have the draw for the grand finals.
There it is, 10-minute break. Don't miss out on the draw leading up to the grand finals. And we'll be right back.
The fighter from the Ukrainian team is with us. What is your name?
My name is Igor
We
Zotov
may
from
have the
Kharkov,
draw for
Ukraine.
the grand
Great.
finals.
You've
Group
been just
battle
fighting with Russians.
5
Your
versus
impressions
5.
after the fight?
Yeah, exactly. I just came out of the fight. My impression is actually as usual. They are really cool fighters. They fight really hard, and their techniques and endurance is all on the top level. Though each next year, I guess, we come closer to the level of those guys, and our first team actually can compete with them at the same level, at least as you might see in the previous couple of battles before. This year, teams Ukraine 2 and Ukraine 3 were composed with like separate fighters from separate clubs, so there is not a lot of synergy between of us. We don't have much experience fighting together, though we relied on our personal skill, and we thought that we could that we could win based not only on tactics or something, on strategy, but on 1 versus 1 like competitions. And when some guy make his enemy hit the ground and makes +1 for his team, then actually at this point it's all about experience that the team has, because when you have +1,
the same situation
normally
for the
you should not
final
ever lose
battles
since
as
this
for
point.
battles
But
for
we,
the
as you
fourth,
could
fifth,
see,
and sixth
when we
place.
fought Partizan as Russia won the very first fight today, we managed to make +1 very fast.
for
Then
now, we
unfortunately
have
one
a
of
draw
our most
with
powerful
who
fighters
first
lost his
will
helmet due
fight
to
the team
bad
Ukraine won.
belt, and it became 4-4, I guess. And then we made +1 once again, and it started 4-3. It became 4-3,
So,
and unfortunately we lost. It's really not often. This happens not so often. 3-4, and between
fight
high-level
with
teams and when
Russia
team
3.
who has less fighters on the list wins. And the Russia one, unfortunately, they managed to do
The
this
second fight
this year.
with
In your
Russia
opinion, the
won.
casualty in the team,
Thank
for
you.
example, somebody got hurt. We have seen that the Ukrainian team has been hurt twice. Does it matter? Does it influence the result of the fight?
Yes, for sure. Especially it influences the result much when we lose the top-level fighters due to injury, like we did actually. Pavel Komarenko, who got injured, maybe he is #1 in our team. So maybe it's not so good to tell such words I'm gonna tell right now, but if we would have Pasha with us, maybe we could even win Medvedev 5 at least. That's it.
Stay safe and sound, stay healthy, and we want to see you again. Thank you very much.
Sure, thank you as well. Bye-bye.
A přicházejí také Ukrajinci. Připraveni jsou i maršálové, takže opravdu za pár chvil vypukne další souboj v této kategorii.
First round.
Break into.
Fighters ready? Fight!
Jde se na věc. Druhý výběr Ruska proti třetímu týmu z Ukrajiny, než právě začala. Oba týmy se do sebe pustili od prvních chvil, tak jak to chceme vidět. První ruský bojovník. Ale země se rozbojí Ukrajinec, takže i on nemůže pokračovat v boji.
Down there, very impressive from the Ukrainian. That has also done himself, but goes for a big smash, crashing into the Russian. Oh, using all of this space in the list. And that's a nice work from both teams. You can see keeping that one extra fight full movement. Oh, that's a beautiful
Stop
takedown
fight!
there. Very strong there from Russia too. So a nice takedown at the end.
3-0 Russia. Please get ready for the second round.
Ale to potvrzeno, Rusům zbyli 3 bojovníci.
So some nice rushing charges there from the Russian. But you can see a big kick coming in there. And a nice use of
Second
space. The Russian
round.
going there for a swoop and not
Fighters
quite connecting
ready?
it, chasing down the
Fight!
Ukrainian. And we go into the second round now. Ukraine with an early rush on the side there, but it goes straight to the list. There's a big shot from that very, very aggressive Russian fighter, as you can see there. And good movement there from this. That's another good takedown there. Oh, big movement from the Ukrainian. Takes a sharp knee to the head there from that Russian. Oh, this is great fighting. Two fighters have gone down now. And the extra Ukrainian fighter. Looks like it's going to be a big squash in the middle there. They may end up moving to the list if they can't get an immediate takedown, but they're both vulnerable. And again, the Ukrainian quite lucky there not to fall victim to that charge from the Russian. Well, it's a nice work, however, from this Ukrainian team. They're going to have to push to get that Russian decision quite hard to get him off the side of the list. And now the Ukrainians have thought better of it and gone for this fight instead. Now the Russian has momentarily unlocked his arm from the side of the list for support. And some nice movement here from the Russian, who crashes down on that Ukrainian fighter. Nice shots there. Big hit to the back of the head by the Russian. And you can see now Ukraine's may go. Russian managed to get back to the list for support, but he's still taking a lot of punishment from these fighters. However, I can see a difficult situation emerging there, that the two fighters are taking each other down. Now, 2 against 1. Two Ukrainians working to wind this up as quickly as possible. Oh, there's this big Russian fighter showing formidable strength. Good teamwork on the part of the Ukrainians. Couple of nice swipes. A good moment there. They may take advantage of the space, but it does go back to the edge of the list there, now into the corner. And the Russian does try and get away, however. So he knows that he's got to show a lot of movement. Some nice kicks there. Shot to the head. This is good work from Ukraine. However, this big Russian is trying to grip onto that Ukrainian there. Nice kick to force away the other. Oh, that's tremendous work from the Russian, and now the Ukrainian hacking his arm off the list. Big blows there coming out from this Ukraine, and that is a nice move of getting himself some distance between that fighter, and a sharp blow to the side of the helmet. And working away now on his legs. A brave performance from this Russian, who is trying himself to get away from the list, so he got more room to maneuver. Big shots to the head now. Oh, a change of weapon there for the Ukrainian. Very, very wise, with nice kick there. Just being broken up there. I'm not sure if there's a breakage in the armour, and the Ukrainian being told to stop there. And that is a breakage, which means it goes to Ukraine. Well, very, very good work there.
2-0 Ukraine. And we're going to have the third round.
Third and final round now. Oh, big support for both nations here. So some nice charges out. That was a very, very good takedown from the Ukrainian. There was a great knee, however, from that Russian. And he was ready and waiting for that Ukrainian there.
Fighters ready, fight!
Oh, that's the third and final round here. Just move on the side there, and good advantage for the Ukrainian there, who got behind the lines but went unnoticed by those Russian fighters. Ultimately was not able to take down the Russian. One Russian's already gone down. That's a huge charge there from this Ukrainian team. Oh, that's absolutely stunning work there. Flying knee there. And this Russian trying to take down, and all those fighters have been pushed out now. So in fact, it evens out. Oh, that's a great takedown there by the Ukrainian. It's now 2 against 1. As it was in the last round. Not even be the same Russian it was. Look at these right blows, and there was a huge pile of line to the side there. The Ukrainian not happy, and there it is. Oh, superb victory for
2-0
Ukraine.
And
Oh,
with
look
the
at that.
result, 2-1.
The crowd got
The victory
absolutely
goes to
ecstatic.
Ukraine 3.
Wonderful support there. But look at that. 2 rounds there to 1. Oh, look at the celebrations there from those Ukrainians. Oh, still big cheers going on there. They can see the disappointment in the Russians' faces. Well, it was a very, very hard fought battle there. And you've still got to hand it to the Russians. They start off very, very well. Now, really strong there. They're getting some more decisive takedowns from the Ukraine in that last third round. And you can see here that's a charge there. Ukraine did well to get behind the lines, but quite at the first second. That was what a nice swift throw there from the Ukraine as they charged that Russian, who was then thrown sideways. Went into a big advantage there. However, you just saw on the right when the Ukrainian went in, unfortunately all 3 of them were taken out, so the numbers evened out. The Ukrainian fighter who charged in claimed that he was still active, but the marshals decided he wasn't.
Přichází také tým z Ukrajiny. Přichází další souboj, kategorie 5 proti 5. Předchozí bitvy byly opravdu výživné, takže se máme opět na co těšit.
And we're ready to start the battle between Ukraine 1 and Russia 3.
Well, this promises to be another fierce match-up here. In fact, for the Russian team and the Ukrainian team, still dominant in this sport. In all top 6 places.
First round, fighters ready, fight!
Ukraine 1 team who disposed to Russia 2 earlier. Going to this quite versatile Russia 3 side, who of course defeated Ukraine 3. Right, moving into Russia 3 tends to favour these pole arms, and there's a rush there. The Ukraine can't quite get a takedown there. Right, there's a big movement there, and he's shoved forward, and there's a takedown. There it is already. Big strikes now coming in from the Ukrainian, who tries now to push that rush one out, and they're both down. The advantage still for the Ukrainians here. However, look at these Russians, all very, very close to a takedown there. And there's a nice run coming forward that charges the Russian. Now he's taking the weight. And another big takedown. And there are only 2 Russians left here. You can see what's been done there. There's one of the Ukrainians moving away. I'm not sure if he's actually been called out by the marshal, but this is heavy work there from, and that is it. The Russian has been pushed out of the list. Very, very strong from this big Ukraine 1 team. Oh, look at that. That's it's a nice charge there, but couldn't quite get a move for a takedown. There's a power going into these shots, and here you can see there was a nice rush which led to the first takedown. You got to see that Ukrainian coming, charges in the back. This shield thrusting into the Russian. Big support from the crowd as we go into round 2.
Second round.
Marshall is
Fighters
now ready.
Fight!
Oh, it's a really fast movement there from Ukraine 1. And there's a one flying off. There's some shots and blocks, however, from these Russians. And they might try and break the lines there, but if they're a little bit of watch out that the Russians don't sweep them over in doing so. Staying each other out here. There's a way of action. They're looking for a break. Well, both teams, of course, looking for a break. Well, it's taking time to get started. And it's now moving. You can see you've got that rush on the side with the Falchion, who comes in from the side with a big height advantage. And that goes to the list there, and you can see that big shot there. The shield of the Ukrainian into the Russian, who is pushed into the corner. And both fighters have been taken down there. And you see the shield there says hold fast. Well, that's exactly what he's doing. And Ukraine cannot quite all his weight going onto that Russian. He needs to put him back as much as he can. Goes into the corner there. Russian being told by his captain there to come down with as many strikes as possible. Russians really pushing this to the Ukrainians now. And there might be a comeback. Nice work around that. Great lock-in from the Russian fighter there. And of course, the movement of the weapons being very restricted. You can see just on the right there how the Russian's Falchion is completely ineffectual because he can't swing it around to like any parts of the Ukrainian opponent. I think there's some armor come loose with the Ukrainian there, but there's a charge ripping into the Ukrainian is down, and it is now all about Russia. There it is. what a great performance there from Russia. There were a couple of mistakes from the Ukrainians, and well, they're going to regret that. And this is now evened out. We saw the Ukraine 1 team earlier with a confident victory. However, this time, after a very slow start to this round, you saw the 3 Russians facing up to the 3 Ukrainians in the middle without taking any hasty attacks.
Viděli jsme opět další záživný souboj mezi těmito dvěma národy, které se rozhodně nic nedovolí. Během tohoto mistrovství světa. Stále si musíme počkat na verdikt maršálů.
So the result of the second round, 2-0 Russia. And we are going to have the third round. Third round. Fighters ready?
It's now
Fight!
their deciding round. First round taken by the Ukrainians, the second by the Russians. Once again, that 10 start. And Russians will be looking to keep a bit of distance. Of course, at that angle, they've got an advantage with the pole arms. They're able to keep the distance, whereas the shields and falchions of the Ukrainians will only be useful at very close range. Once again, the same as the last round, they're slow to get started here, although there is some action on the sides. Well, there's a great strike there with the shield of the Ukrainian. Strike down there coming over, and the sprinter's coming, taking the Russian there by surprise. And now it is all out war. Oh, a great takedown there. The 2 of them are out, however. Now you see evenly matched fighters go straight back to the clinch there. The crowd are making a lot of noise. Oh, there it is. Look at it now. The Ukrainians with a big advantage, smashing away on these Russians. Like on taking out those legs, and the Russians in big trouble. Backing out the armor there, looking to smash it away from the list. Looking for a big takedown. Of course, having the advantage, the Ukrainians can go for a double takedown, in which case both fighters will be out, but having the upper hand, it would still give them a victory. Look at these Russians not having any of it. Well, they're not able to give much punishment to the Ukrainians. They'll be looking for a mistake. And with a 4-2 advantage now, even if it does come to a timeout, Ukraine 1 will be declared the winner. You can see the sluggish hit there, and a great takedown from the Russian fighter. Oh, that is superb. And now, the Ukrainians are going to, even though they have a slight advantage of 3 fighters to 2, And you can see the Ukrainian rolling out of the way there. So this guy can get involved. However, they're trying to get a takedown, and in fact, I think that Ukrainian is only just in the list. And I think now he's, now he's out. He's holding on to that, trying to take out the Russian's arm there, but the Ukrainians now have thrown away that advantage, and the Ukrainian fighter has been declared out of the list. It is now 2 against 2. The Russians with an amazing effort, pulling back some mistakes from Ukraine there, and now they are paying for it. See no response coming from the Ukrainian, though, those strikes from the Russian. Real big applause from the crowd there, getting really into this behind their fighters, and that's a great clinch there. And the Russians showing some great strength. The Ukrainians all out of ideas. Wow, the Ukrainians there lost a 4-2 advantage. There's now a strike to Ukraine's helmet. Oh, and this is very, very tense. It may go to timeout, and you can see that both the Russian and the Ukrainian showing signs of flagging there. However, you can see that Russian trying to put his weight on the Ukrainian, who's holding onto the lift, but he has the entire weight of that Russian fighter. Now trying to get around his head, some sharp punches there. Oh, this is a solid display from these Russian fighters. Evened it out after being down 4 fighters to 2 active in the list. Such a great start from Ukraine, but they've thrown it away. Both fighters moving slowly to try and get some energy back. Nice kicking shot there from the Russian, who clings onto the list there. Oh, this is a nice move now from the Ukrainian, desperately trying to get, and it goes down to 2-1, and the Russian is down 1-1 there. Oh, sensational strength there from the Russian, unlucky to go down, and it is 1 versus 1. Wow, getting their energy back there. The Russian waiting for his Ukrainian opponent, but now it's back to business, and the Ukrainian looks like he hasn't got energy left. And this Russian quite confident going in with the kicks. Wow, a big strike to the head from the Russian there. And that all the energy of the Ukrainian being taken out by that last big takedown there. Both fighters here be taking it to the wire, and I think it might go to a timeout. And if it does, well, the Ukrainians are going to regret it. Both fighters there holding back before a good lunge there from the Russian, who breaks away from the side of the list. Got more big shots coming through, and again, really pushing his head back there. Coming in now, you can see really tired. And both these fighters again pulling out, not wanting to rush into any moves. And both fighters being told to go to the middle of the list by the marshal. And now we can see the duel. Ukraine going for a swipe there. And the Ukrainian's just taking it to the side of the list. He just has no energy left. Oh, massive strength there from the Russian fighter, who really takes it to the Ukrainian. Of course, the marshal as he saw that the fight was inactive, he is entitled, according to regulations, to break it up and move it into the middle of the list. Well, I don't think either fighter has got much left. Now look at the Russian now trying to pull down the Ukrainian. Again now, both holding on to the list, trying to get some energy back. Oh, this is absolutely fantastic. It was very, very similar to a Russia-Ukraine fight last year. There's some good movement away from the edge of the list by the Russian. Now the Ukrainian trying to respond with whatever he can muster up. Stunning display from these Russians to bring it to 1-1. I think we're now in the dying moments of this third round, and if it remains like this, at the call of time, then it will go to a fourth round. And the stamina of these two fighters being tested, desperate to get some energy back there and even their breath. And it's come to a standstill. With support from the Ukrainian trainer there. I think the Russian is going to try to encourage his opponent. And the Ukrainian there being told to move forward. However, I think the nice strike there from the Ukrainian. Now goes for a sweep there, very nearly gets it. Oh, that's a double takedown. My word.
0 points for both teams.
We now go to a fourth round. It's not the Ukrainian fighter, they're absolutely exhausted. He'll have to be substituted. I don't think he can take another round of that.
And we're going to have the fourth round.
It's at the beginning there, very, very slow start, but there was a great rush from the Ukrainian. I think it was caught. And after that, it was pandemonium in that area. Well, the Ukrainians will be very, very disappointed with themselves for throwing away a 4-2 lead. A great fight there from Russia to pull that back. Those early takedowns being cancelled out. Well, they'll now be very, very confident in themselves.
Fourth round. Fight!
We're going into the fourth round now. Another cautious start there in the middle. But when it does start on the sides there, the Ukrainian already gripping to the side of the list. So the Russian free team still opting to use those pole arms there. And oh, it's a nice takedown, it's a double takedown. Both fighters hitting the ground there. It's a great movement from the Ukrainian, however, not to be, and it's still even. And this Ukraine looking for a takedown there. The Russian has gone down. The Ukrainians once again with an advantage. And they be careful not to make the same mistakes as they made in the last round. Both the Ukrainian fighter there and the Russian out, and a lot of pressure going down, and the fight is stopped.
Stop fight!
And there it is.
Ukraine!
Oh, and listen to the crowd, absolutely wild.
Victory goes to Ukraine 1. Medics, please come to the list. Medics, please come to the list.
Great work there
Medics
from
to come to the list.
Ukraine. They certainly did make some mistakes on the first, and we do have one of the Russian fighters down there. He seems to be responding. And there is the result. 2-1. Ukraine with a big advantage there. Big support for these fights. You can see the first one resulted in a double.
Right now we're
Kind
having
of
10
flying over the
minutes break,
Russian man.
after which we'll see the fight between Ukraine 1 and Russia 1.
Oh, there'll be no time to rest for Ukraine 1.
Ano, zatleskejme ruským odborcům, kteří se tu představili. Tak už za 10 minut dočkáme dalšího nesmlouvavého souboje mezi Ruskem a Ukrajinou. Ano, bude pokračovat kategorie 5 proti 5. With 10 minutes we are going to have another battle between Russia and Ukraine.
Hi, we're having the fighter from Team Russia. You've just been fighting. What do you think about the fight? How hard was it for you?
It was very hard fight for us, and you can see it in the arena. We not have little for victory. It was interesting.
What do you think?
Very hard opponent.
What do you think you have to change for the next year?
It's secret if we will be in the next year.
So far, which teams have been a surprise for you at Battle of the Nations? Which teams you didn't expect to show good results as they are showing now?
A few teams, for example, UK won, strong guys, and they have potential. Germany won, very big and strong guys, but now they don't have enough necessary equipment good, but necessary and fight technique. Denmark and France won. Good teams.
What is your plan after Battle of the Nations? Are you going to relax or you are going to take part in some other competitions?
I think I will take a relax, but maybe I will fight in some competitions, but without sporting maybe.
How do fighters spend time between the competitions during the year? How often do they train? How often do they meet? Do they have a special diet during the year?
We don't have special diet, but of course we try to eat good food without chemicals and not useful food. We have common trainings twice, 3 a week, and everybody can also have their own trainings for physical conditions.
Where do you come from in Russia?
Where
Where do you come from in Russia? Are you from Moscow or?
our team come from Kaliningrad, and we also have one fighter from Moscow. So
What does your family think about you fighting? Do they support you or what do they say about it?
they support my hobby, but of course, they afraid about me. So
Do they also travel with you or?
yes, my children are there.
So your children are here in Prague.
Yeah,
Do you think they will continue? Do you have boys, sons or?
I have one boy and one daughter.
Do you want them to continue in the future as fighters at Battle of the Nations?
Of course I want, but we will see it later. If they want or not, I don't know.
Thank you for the interview and congratulations.
I can say that we will do a little festival in our city in Kaliningrad in August. So if everybody wants, we will be glad to see.
So you are welcome, everybody is welcome to the festival in Kaliningrad. You will be able to see Russia and you will be able to fight with one of the strongest fighters in the historical medieval battle. Thank you very much, good luck.
So in just a minute, we will start the fight between Ukraine 1 and Russia 1.
je tady první bojovník z Ruska. Tohle je ten první výběr ruského národního týmu. Proti Rusům se naopak postaví první tým Ukrajiny.
We now go to Russia 1 versus Ukraine 1. And, so there just a short break for the Ukrainians to get their energy back. They're just in a very, very tight battle with Russia 3. And Russia 1, the more rested fighters,
Ukraine 1 and Russia 1.
we're looking to use their
First
speed,
round. Fighters
which they've
ready.
demonstrated throughout this tournament to take down the Ukrainians, and must advance there straight into the two Russians there, and there's already a blast who goes flying into the other Russians, so no takedown there just yet. And you can see some nice blocks there of the Ukrainians not letting the Russians get through. However, this is going to be a long battle. Nice shot there to the head from the Ukrainian, who draws back, slams into the side there. And a nice move there from the Ukrainian, who then goes back into the Russian. Nice shot there from the Ukrainian. There's a lot of movement going from side to side here, and this is great work. And a big stamp there from the Russian. And two Ukrainians are already down. And big trouble here as the 5 Russians are still standing. And goes for a good takedown there, however, for the Ukrainian. Still heavily outnumbered by these Russians. And, you can see there, 4 of these Russians against the 2 Ukrainians. We did see, that's a takedown there. And Ukrainian knew that was going to happen, so he might have
Russia.
decided to do it deliberately, so it would not make the round draw out too long. And they might have just lost their energy. And you can see that they were heavily outnumbered by the Russians. Very technical move there. You see nice shots there from these charging Ukrainians, who were stamped out of the list there. Thrown to the ground, a big shots, and you can see another Ukrainian was taken out.
Second round. Fighters ready. Fight!
Round 2, Ukraine 1, Russia 1. Russia's now holding back, waiting for the Ukrainians to take the fight to them. Just luring them back. You can see very, very calm. Well, you can even see one of the Russians there, just leaning on the list there, just waiting for, saving his energy, waiting for skirmishes to take place so that he can charge in and take advantage of his position. And we have now a big rush there from the Ukrainians, who takes the Russian down. And now Ukraine has the upper hand here. Big slam there from the Russian, doesn't quite manage to take out the Ukrainian. A nice charge coming in there. However, there are two Russians, and a lot of them may go down there, and another Russian is down. And this is superb charges from the Ukrainians, who now put all their weight on the Russian. Well, I think the Russians holding back was a big mistake. They've got to be careful now. The Ukrainians have already given away a big lead. And if they're not careful, then you're going to have two Ukrainians going down with that Russian, which would be very, very unfortunate. However, you can still see here the 3 against 2. Oh, what a fight this is turning out to be. Again, massive charge there. A big shot to the head. And I think there might be a loose piece of armor or something with his shield, I'm not sure. Might even be taken out, so you can see now these two fighters holding onto the list and already quite worn out. To get that Russian arm off the list. And try and wear down the Russian fighter there, going for a sweep but not quite connecting. I think there's a rush there, and the Ukraine's got to be very careful now. Big takedown there from the Russian. And you have one Ukrainian at the back there. I'm not sure if it's just an adjustment for the arm, but he can get back into the fight. I'm not sure that he can. And now it is 3 Russians against these Ukrainians here. Oh, what a stunning work there from the Russian side. Again, Ukraine won, giving away a victory. And now, putting pressure on these Ukrainians, driving them back. Oh, well, if the Russians come out with a victory here, it will be absolutely monumental. A little bit of space there, and the Ukrainians taken down, and it's stopped.
Stop fight.
Oh, wow.
3-0, Russia. And with the result 2-0, the victory goes to Russia 1.
What a fight. Great performance there from Russia 1. The Ukrainians could not take advantage of that lead. It's the second time they've been through that. Oh, the crowd absolutely loving this. Nobody worried that it's Monday. They're all out to see these big Russian fighters, and that is stunning. Well, that certainly takes the prize for being the fastest. There's a great applause there for these big Ukrainian fighters. Real crowd favourites there. And they brought something truly spectacular to this competition. Russia won the victor. And you can see that all of those fighters were absolutely exhausting each other. I'm just waiting for the announcement.
So the results of group battles category 5 versus 5. The 6th place goes to Ukraine 3. The 5th place, Ukraine 2. 4th place, Russia 2. 3rd First place goes to Russia 3. Second place, Ukraine 1. And the first place goes to Russia 1.
Big cheer there for that formidable Russia 1 team.
And right now we're going to have the best medieval costume and the best authentic armor competition.
Yeah. Please. Yeah, right now next to me I'm having the, well, two best teams in the world.
Talk together.
That's great. That's friendship. That's great. Well, the first question, I'm sorry, to the champion. How difficult was it to win this year? We know that last year it was almost the same. First place for Russia, second place for Ukraine. So how difficult was it this year? Has it changed for you?
I don't understand anything. Я понял. Все, собственно, в прошлом году картина была точно такая же. Уровень определенно подрос, ребята молодцы. Нас поразила вторая Украина, соответственно, третья Украина, которая практически вырвала победу у нашей третьей пятерки. Тоже молодцы. Уровень растет, все молодцы. Будем стараться не отставать.
Ukraine, what do you think should be done for the next year to be able to fight it and get it?
I think we must train harder and harder to beat the Russian team.
I know that you are friends outside the lists. Вы друзья, вы дружите, вы вместе, вы перенимаете опыт друг друга. Куда вы вместе ездите, как вы выступаете, какие есть еще фестивали?
В прошлом году мы выступали вместе в Соединенных Штатах. Собственно, была команда, которая представлена здесь. Украина 1, Россия 1 и, соответственно, Беларусь. Соответственно, князь, Люцерн и партизан клуба Берн. Айнабер. Да, и мы, соответственно, сражались на далеком континенте. Прошлой осенью мы сражались в Испании. Там мы уже были более, скажем так, противники, нежели союзники. Но все равно это взаимодействие, которое так или иначе дает нам возможность развиваться. И им развиваться, и нам развиваться. Скажем так, тут принцип взаимозавода. Если кто-то встанет, движение встанет.
What do you like about historical medieval battle? What is so exciting that makes you come here and fight until the blood?
It's bad helmet. I think it's adrenaline and to feel alive. Yes, for me it's something. Wow.
Thank you very much and congratulations. You are the best in the world.